opportunity now to go to quite a few churches. I went to one last week, very good. And I'll show my face at the latter part of one, perhaps tomorrow. People have a church, but they're not getting what you're getting here. So you need to know that we're on the cutting edge and we're being trained and we have what nobody else has. I promise you. Because I have an opportunity to see it firsthand. So that's a credit to our pastor and our bishop. So I just want to share something with you. Obviously, you can see what I'm going through, and I think the best thing right now is for me to give you a little bit of what I'm doing, because it's really the same thing. It's really the same thing. We're asking people to be leaders, and we're asking people to be in charge of other people. And we have not always trained and taught them how to be in charge of other people, how to be a leader, what that really means. And so I think a lot of people really have a misunderstanding of what leadership is, what management is, and what supervision is. There are three distinct entities. They could all be the one person. So right now, I am the supervisor, I am the manager, I am the leader, all at the same time, but they are three distinct things. So for example, when you ask a person to describe supervision or who we supervise, people think we supervise what? All right, let me help you with that. We supervise tasks.
That's right.
Did this person do this? And I watched them, did they do it correctly? So they were supposed to do X, Y, and Z. My job is to ensure they did X, Y, and Z. It's the task. We manage systems.
Yeah.
Payroll systems, staffing,
Yeah.
handing out equipment, staffing, paying, monitoring, following up, discipline, and all the systems, technology, paperwork. That's what we manage. Did it all get done within a time frame, but we lead people. So we supervise tasks, manage systems, and we lead people. And the mayor said something to me the other day that really blew me away. And this is for you also in your ministries. He said the police department needed a shepherd, not a scientist.
Come on.
Ministries, they need a shepherd because the shepherd leads. It doesn't matter how smart you are or how well you actually do what you do. Can you lead and influence others to do what needs to be done? And will they follow? And do you have what it takes to get them to follow you willingly? And so I'll take that into another area right now of responsibility and accountability. They are different. Responsibility and accountability. So we supervise tasks, we manage systems, and we lead people. So we need to always understand the difference when we're dealing with people. And so leading is so different that here's a quote I want to give you by Russell Ewing. He said, "A boss creates fear, but a leader creates confidence. A boss fixes blames, and a leader corrects mistakes." Remember that. A boss knows all, and a leader asks questions. A boss makes work drudgery, a leader makes work interesting. A boss is interested in himself or herself. The leader is interested in the group. That's Russell Ewing. So, as leaders, and we're asking you to be leaders, not necessarily supervisors and managers, but that's what, so on Sundays and Wednesdays and Saturdays, that's what we're doing, but we're really asking to be leaders, to lead. And so that brings us to responsibility and accountability. And they're different, and I'll tell you how they're different. Responsibility is often the who, the what, sometimes where and when. But it's who, what, sometimes where and when. So Ida is doing this today. We know what this is. We've defined this to be in charge of healing and visitation or whatever it may be. So we identify who, we identify what. The problem is we do a really, really, really good job with what and who. And we just identify who for you. That was easy. The problem comes in with accountability. Accountability is how and why. And here's the mistakes that have been made over the years with the police department. Mistakes are made in churches, mistakes are made at Microsoft, mistakes are made in Entergy, everywhere out there, Popeyes, is with how and why. So when we ask a person to do things, and really, we should be asking questions, not necessarily giving directions, because if you're always giving instructions and never asking questions, you're not leading, you're just being the boss. You're just being the person that was put in charge. And so asking questions, and so I can say, Johnny, I need you to do this today. That's good. Johnny's going to do that. We know Johnny's going to do that. But sometimes they say, Johnny, can you help with this? This is what we need done today. You're the absolute person to do this. Can I count on you to help with this today and get it done by this time and to do this? No, we did the same thing, but Johnny feels so much better about it. Who knows John? If anybody knows that Johnny got would say no to the way we just did that, it ain't this. So we have to get into this art, because it's an art and a science. We have to get into this art of how to speak to people and how to motivate and inspire people to do what needs to be done, even if they don't want to do it, don't know how to do it, or don't understand why they're doing it. And that's my definition of leadership. Motivate and inspire people to do what needs to be done, even when they don't understand it, don't know why, and don't want to, when they want to do it. So we have to get into the how and the why. So when, and I won't call any names, but I asked the ministry leader not long ago, I said, where are we with this? Oh, that's under control. So the average person says, okay, no problem. I say, no, what is under control here? What is under control here? He began to tell me another sentence like, we got it handled. So first of all, who is we? Who are we? What does God mean? What does it mean? What does handle mean? That's how LOPD got to this point. Nobody asked that. Well, who are we? Identify we. I'm going to wait. And then they got quiet because he didn't know the answer. So, okay, what does it got to handle mean? Okay, show me what you did. Walk me through it. I'm going to walk. Bring me to the spot where the stuff is. Walk me to it. Open the door. There's your key open. All right, show me what you did. That means that proves to me that you got it handled. Show me. How did you do it? If you die today, who else to do it? So that's how, and we got to get the how. So when you're asking somebody to do something, sometimes you got to say, and then you really have to say, so tell me what it is you understand that I just said. Make me know that you understand what I just said. I know how I meant to give it to you, but I need to know that you get it the same way I meant for you to get it. So tell me what we both understand this assignment to be. And you got to say it in a nice way. So now let's kind of talk about what we know we have to do here. You got to say it in a nice way. And that's the how. And we got to get to the how. We know who, we know what. Where is always going to be in church, or where is always going to be somewhere else. But we got to get to how and why. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing it this way? Why did you do it this way? So that's what brought the city into the position it's in, and I think that's what's going to bring us into another level. Focusing on the how, focusing on why. That's the accountability. We give people responsibility, but we never teach them about the accountability side. And I would impress upon you when we ask people to perform, when we ask people to do things, make them show you how they did that. So when they say, okay, like tomorrow's communion, you say, well, how are we on communion? Are we ready for it? But who are we, and what does ready mean? Where is it? Who's in charge of it? How many people? What does it look like? Ask those questions. And so that's where leadership is. Because smart people just do who, what, and where, and when. Shepherds who lead know the answers to how and why. And they make everybody around them know the answers to how and why. Because when you know those answers, that's when you're ready to take over. The next group of people is ready to take over the lead, because you've taught them the how and why. So that's just a little something I wanted to give you today. It's what I deal with every day. It's how I have to get the answers to questions. And now, that's what the city of love needs to be, dealing with that. We know who, now let's deal with how and why on every issue.